Okay, I guess we could do math. Do we have a math question, Jack?
Oh yes, we sure do. This one has to do with cylinders and liquids and volume.
Oh, I normally just hand this off to Nathan.
Oh yeah, no geometry guy here.
Here we go.
Okay, so I have a question about finding volume. If there is a cylinder 8 inches tall and 3 inches in diameter, I can find the volume. But if it's filled 2/3 full with a liquid, what is the easiest way to find the volume of the liquid?
Okay, so let me make sure I'm writing all of this stuff down correctly. So it's 8 inches tall and the diameter
is 3 inches.
Is 3 inches.
Yes.
And we want to know, okay, it's a can filled with two-thirds full with liquid. Got it. Okay. My screen, I got a nice pretty purple cylinder on our screen. And actually the question kind of gave us a hint as to what a cylinder is, because it's talking about a can. That's actually a really good real world example of a cylinder. It's pretty much a circle, and then it's straight up. It's the same size circle on the top of the cylinder as well. So one of the things we need to know when we're finding volume of a cylinder is first we want to find the volume of that circle, and then once we find the volume of the circle, we can just multiply it by its height, because we can think about it is that circle, but as many times as its height is. So we'll label this cylinder. We said it's 8 inches tall, and then the diameter, so that means the whole way across the circle here. I know this doesn't look like a circle, but I'm going to do this. Whoops. I'm going to draw the circle so that we can see maybe a little bit. So this is the can lid, and the diameter always goes across through the center, and we're saying that that diameter is 3 inches long. You may recall, though, so we said we had to find the area of the circle. You might recall that to find the area of a circle, we always do pi times the radius squared. So if we know the diameter, we can find the radius by dividing it by 2. The radius is just a line from the center of the circle to the edge. So it's just half of the circle. So our radius in this case is going to be 1.5 inches. So we'll use this to find the area of our circle. We'll say pi. I'm going to say 3.14, round it just to make our numbers a little bit nicer, but you could use pi as well. Times our radius squared, so 1.5 squared. And I'm just going to handy dandy calculator so that I can save some time here. So 3.14 times 1.5 squared. So that's going to give us, the area of this circle is going to be about I'll just do the whole thing, 7.065, and this would be inches squared. So that's the area of the circle, the top of the can. So you can almost like picture it as the lid. Now we need to find the volume of the whole thing. So we need to take this number and we're multiplying that by 8, and that would give us the volume of the whole thing. So do times 8 inches, and again I'm going to use my calculator. So the volume of our cylinder here, of the whole cylinder, is going to be 56.52, and we're going to say inches cubed now, because now we have another dimension added into this. Now the question mentioned that, all right, I'm okay with finding volume, so we did find the volume, but how would I do this if the can were 2/3 full? Well, you can kind of picture the can were 2/3 full. The volume is just, it's going to be 2/3 of the volume of the can. And so if we're doing 2/3 of that, we could say 2/3 times that. So we'll do 2/3 times the volume of our can, which is 56.52 inches cubed. And if we do 2/3 of that, then we'll have the volume of the liquid that is in the can for 2/3. So I'm going to multiply this by 2/3, and we end up getting about, I'm going to say volume of the liquid is going to be, it's about 37.68 inches cubed. So the easy way to go about that would just be multiplying your volume by 2/3, or whatever fraction it is that the liquid fills up in the can. And so overall, I guess the formula would end up being 2/3 times, we said the area of that circle, so pi r squared, and then times the height of that cylinder. So I guess this would be a formula that you could use to find 2/3 of the can of liquid. So there you have it. I hope that was okay. Was maybe not as good as Nathan and his geometry,
but
but
I thought you did really well.